This video will show you how to add, edit and remove templates from your copy of DGL Practice Manager. To access the layouts, you select the WP menu, followed by Layouts, and then choose the type of layout that it is you wish to amend. What I'll do here is I'll choose Letters, which will then display me the list of letters that I have available within the license that I am logged into. The templates that you can see here on the left hand side are all of the default templates that are provided within each license. Now this list can be edited. You can rename these letters, you can move them up and down in the list, you can move them into subfolders if you wish to do so. To edit a template, you simply highlight the letter you wish to amend and click Edit. This will then open the template in your copy of Microsoft Word, so you can make any changes you wish. If I make a very small change there, and then what I can do is you need to save the document. To save the document, we've made it nice and simple. On the top of Microsoft Word you have a red circle there, which is the save and return function. It's also available within the Practice Manager toolbar. If I click that, you can see save and return here. The other function, which also does the same thing, is holding down Control and pressing the X key on your keyboard. So if I press save and return, what that does is it saves the document, it closes it and takes you back to Practice Manager. To add a new letter to your list of available templates, there are several options. You can choose the New button, and as you can see here, there's a hint. We recommend using Copy to create a new template based on an existing one. This way you won't have to reset up the headed stationery, etc. I'm going to say no to continue. If I did click yes, that would give me a new template with a completely blank page. I would then need to add all of the templates, all of the field codes, the headed paper, etc. to that template. However, if I was to copy an existing template, which I'm going to do now by clicking the Copy button, the first thing it does is ask you to choose a new description for your letter. In this instance, I'm going to call it GP Letter 2. And click OK. And say no to edit the template now. As you can see, we have our original GP letter, and there is our copy. And if I edit the copy letter, you can see it is identical to the original GP letter that we copied. To move the letters up and down in the list, you simply highlight the letter you wish to move and click the up arrows or the down arrow, depending on where you would like it in your list of templates. If you would like a template to go within a yellow folder, you simply move the document directly below the yellow folder and press the right arrow key. That will move that file within the folder. To move it back out, you simply press the left arrow key. When editing templates, it's important to understand the format of the field codes that we use on the templates. To access the layout documentation guide, you can simply click the layout documentation button here in the bottom right hand corner, and that will bring up the field codes documentation booklet. Now this booklet is a total of 43 pages and contains all of the field codes that are used throughout the software. Now each of them are broken down by subheadings. So for example, if we're looking for field codes relating specifically to insurance companies, that'll be here in the insurance company field section. Now each of the fields are case sensitive, and it's important that they are in exactly the same format. So they start with an open curly bracket, and then the first character is always in uppercase. If, say for example, we removed the space from this field code, if we used a different style bracket, or if we ignored the case when typing the field code, it would not work, it would not populate the field. It has to be identical to how it shows in the field codes documentation help sheet. In addition to the field code document with all of the field codes that you can see on the screen, we have a field code wizard which is available within the Practice Manager toolbar. So if I click Practice Manager at the top here, you can see we have Template Wizard. When I click onto that, that will bring up on screen the Template Codes Practice Manager dialog box. What we do here is we simply select the tab that relates to the field code that we want to insert into our document, and then find the next tab or the actual section that we want to add. So for example, if I want to add the patient's full name to the document, I simply click where it says the wording full name, which I've just done. If I now move this box out the way, you can see on the document behind it's inserted the field codes, case sensitive, exactly how they need to appear. Okay, I'm just going to move down to the second line and add another field code in. This time I'm looking for the date, so I know that's under the miscellaneous tab, followed by dates, and then I have various options here. So for today's date, I'm simply going to click where it says today's date, and on the document you can see it's entered the field code today's date in the correct case. All we do to come out of this is click finish, and there we are. There are the field codes on the document that we wish to add. In addition to the templates which you edit yourself and add the field codes to, we have a series of forms available within the online form library. To access these, you simply click the online form library button at the bottom of your layout list. That will then open the online form library, where you simply find the yellow folder which relates to you. So if, for example, we were looking for a Bupa hospital booking form, we simply double click or press enter on the yellow folder and it will branch out. If we now look at the Bupa Cromwell Hospital, for example, if this booking form, as soon as I click it, it will show me the preview in the bottom right hand corner. Clicking copy layout will copy that layout from the online form library and insert it into your letter layouts list. As you can see at the bottom of my list now, there is Bupa Cromwell booking form. If I edit this template, you can see that the form itself has been populated with the fields which will auto-complete. So as you can see, the field codes have already been inserted where applicable. This obviously reduces the amount of handwriting you need or the patient needs to do on the form. As well as having access to the online form library and being able to edit or rename any of the letters in your letter layout list, we can also drag and drop letters which are maybe existing templates that you have pre-built on your local machine. To do this, leave Practice Manager in the background with the letter layouts up on the screen. Then open up a Windows Explorer screen and browse to the folder which contains your template. Simply highlight your template and then click and hold and drag this template over the top of Practice Manager and let go. When you let go, you'll be advised that a letter template has been added. When I click OK, you'll now see at the bottom of my letter list there is a test template. By default, it always changes the text to capitals. If you want to rename that, you simply highlight the letter and click rename, and then rename the letter as you wish. To edit this letter, I'm just going to click edit. That will take me into Word with the document that I've just dragged in. Now this will retain all of the original size, all the formatting of the document that you have just dragged and dropped into the software. Now it's more than likely that you will need to add the field codes to documents that you drag and drop unless they have been previously used within Practice Manager. But if you get stuck with any problems accessing or editing templates, then please do give our support team a call and they'll be able to point you in the right direction. In addition to amending the contents of a letter template or an invoice template, you can also amend the headed stationery. To do that, go to the WP menu, followed by Layouts, and then Headed Stationery. Within this list, you should see two items for headings, which are Letter Heading and Accounts Heading. It may be that you use the same headed paper on accounts as you do on correspondence. Don't worry about that, just update it in the two locations and that will automatically update every single one of your templates within the Practice Manager software. Okay, to edit one of these templates, simply click them so they're highlighted in blue and then click the edit button. That will then open the template in Microsoft Word, where you can make a change as required, and then once finished it's important to use the save and return function by clicking the red circle at the top of Microsoft Word or from within the Practice Manager toolbar, choosing Save and Return. And that's all you need to do. And that change will now be on all of the letters within the correspondence section. And that concludes our training session on editing templates.